the greatest tool we have as a human is our mind. You can control your mind so well that you can actually make it do whatever you want it to do. You can actually attract a lot of things if you can just control your mind and tell yourself, this is what I want. So there's something in the Western philosophy called the law of attraction. It's very interesting because we look at the Western world and say, wow, they are so amazing. They've come with all this theory, this law of attraction and mindfulness and positivity and so on. But we forget that 550 years ago, Guru Nanak Ji has given us these tools already. Because we have this great tool, it's so difficult for us to give our identity because the mind is the one that tells us, hey, you are Gurpreet Kaur, you are Pracharak of Basics of Sikhi, come on, you are something. Even when you're doing seva, your mind will tell you all sorts of things. Nobody's doing seva like me. See, I'm trying to do this seva and people are not supporting me. So what that does is then that helps to increase your ego. So Guru Sahib says, Man beche Satgur ke paas. Now how do you give your mind? How do you sell your mind to the Guru? When you sell something to a Guru, means Guru is going to give you something in return, right? Guru Sahib says, let's make this deal. Tu mainu apna man de de. When you give your mind, literally you're giving your whole identity, ego consciousness to the Guru and saying, I am nobody. Tusi karona maitho kara lo, nahi karona na karao. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच दंडौत बंधन अनेक बार सर्ब कला समरथ डोलन तेरा खो प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ मैं नहीं कछहो नहीं किछ आहे न मोरा अवसर लज्जा राख ले हो सदना जन तोरा अवसर लज्जा राख ले हो सदना जन तोरा। गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी, आओ पहला गुरु दी दित्ती हुई दात गुरु दी फतेह दी सांझ पाइए। गज बज के आखो वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। So with Guru Sahib's kirpa, we have gathered in this Gurdwara from different places, from different countries we have come from to celebrate the birth of the Khalsa Panth on the Vaisakhi, on the Sangran of the month of Vaisakh. So it's amazing कि कित्थों महाराज सारे नूं इकट्ठर करके एक जगह ते लियाउंदे आ। And this event, this Khalsa week, this celebration, this samagam would not have been possible if all of you did not come forward to contribute in the seva of the Panth. So today's session is a very special one just for the sevadar, because koi uprala karan to pehla, before we start an initiative or before we start something, we have to first set a mindset. There are 3 types of cats in this world. When I used to work in my previous company, my boss used to say, there are 3 types of cats or people in this world. The first one are the can-do cats. The second one is the can't-do cats. And the third type of people are the won't-do cats. So 3 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ, the can-do, the can't-do, and the won't-do. The can-do is, they have the knowledge, they have the willpower, and they will do it. They can do it. The can't-do is, I have the willpower, but I do not know how. So if you teach them, you push them a bit, they can do it. They will become the can-do cats. The won't do is, thode stubborn ones, is I have the knowledge, but main nahi karna. So how much willpower or how much, inspiration you give them, how much motivation you give them, they just won't do it. So there are some here maybe are the won't do who are not maybe in the darbar because they just don't see the initiative or they just don't want to do it. But those who are here, I believe that all of you are the can-do cats, the can-do people. Maybe some can't do, but because of your initiative and a bit of motivation, you will eventually become can-do as well. So before we start this samagam, let's just understand what is seva. So you have volunteered yourself to come forward to become sevadar, to do seva of the pantha, to do seva of the guru. So let's just understand this term, which is very loosely used everywhere, very loosely. Sometimes this word seva has been used so much that the value of it has dropped a lot. So let's just understand what seva is. So if we look at seva, there are 4 types of seva. So the first one is Guru Seva. Guru Seva is basically when you do seva directly of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So ਜਿਵੇਂ ਚੌੜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਜਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਸੁਖਾਸਨ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ so ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਸੇਵਾ is when you actually clean Guru Granth Sahib Ji's saroor from beginning till the end. There's many seva when it comes to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, रुमाले ਧੋਣੇ ਤਖਤ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨੀ. This is directly basically you're serving the king. Is it okay if I speak and mix Punjabi and English? Okay. फिर दूजी तरह की सेवा, the second type of seva is कार सेवा. So कार सेवा is basically सेवा of a place. जिमें हुन construction करना, गुरुद्वारा बनाना, or you're going to make a community center for the बच्चे, or you're going to make a school for the kids, and कार सेवा कहते हैं. So in India you will see a lot of कार सेवा groups where they build a gurdwara or they maintain a gurdwara and so on. Then a third type of seva is lok seva. Lok seva is basically where you serve the humanity. So hona sangat di seva karni, ja bar jaake, like for example we have United Sikhs, we have Khalsa Aid. So this is lok seva. So you don't see Sikh, ja Musliman, ja Hindu, you go and serve people, you go and serve the humanity. Then चौथी तरह की सेवा हुंदी है संगत दी सेवा. So when you come to a gurdwara and where sangat is, so sangat ki nu आखदे है. Now these terms we need to understand, because when people ask the question, what is the foundation of Sikhi? The foundation of Sikhi, look at it as a stool with 3 legs. And there are 3 S that supports this chair. The first one is seva, Simran and Sangat. So the foundation of Sikhi is Seva, Simran and Sangat. Each Sikha, again, S, Sikha, life, must have Seva, Simran and Sangat. It wouldn't be ideal to just do one aspect of it. Jime seva hi karni hai puri zindagi, it's good, but we are lacking in the other 2 aspects as well. They work together. So Sangat ki nu kende hai. गुरबाणी से सत्संगत कैसी जानिए जिथे एको नाम वखाणिए. So we might mistakenly say that ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ a group of Sikh are coming together, sitting down, ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, but Sikh. So is that Sangat? No. ਜਿਥੇ एको ਨਾਮ ਵਖਾਣੀਏ, that place, that group is only called Sangat if you sit down and only talk about naam. So you could be in a gurdwara, but you're doing chugli, your hasi, makhol, mazak and all of that, then that is not Sangat. That could just be a gathering. So Sangat Seva, which means that the group of people who come to Gurdwara or anywhere where they sit down and speak about Naam and you do their Seva, that is a 4th type of Seva. Jodiyan di Seva hogi ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ, or you serve them, or you wash their ਭਾਂਡੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਧੋਣੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ serve ਕਰਨਾ, ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕਾਉਣਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. So, Now we know what seva is. Now who is a sevak? ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. Again, a term loosely used. We will say, a ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ is a great ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ. There's no ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ like this person or and so on. But these terms are very expensive terms. The first status of ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, when you call someone ਭਾਈ, the first person who ever got this status was ਭਾਈ ਮਰਦਾਨਾ ji. No one else. Then Pai Gurdas ji. The status of Pai itself is so expensive. The status of Sevak is also equally expensive as well. You have to earn to be called a Sevadar. So this Shabad simplifies the criteria to be called a Sevak. So I've highlighted the terms you can see in the slide, but let's just go through the panktiyan together. Gur ke grah ਸੇਵਕ ਜੋ ਰਹਿ. ਹੁਣ ਸਵਾਲ ਆ, ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੌੜੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ? Which ਬਾਣੀ is this from? ਹਾਂਜੀ, it's from Sukhmani Sahib. A lot of questions, principles, theory, Guru Arjan Dev Ji has answered in Sukhmani Sahib. Who is a Brahm Gyani? Who is a Santa? How was this world created? ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਰਹੱਸ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੱਤਾ. So ਗੁਰ ਕੇ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਸੇਵਕ ਜੋ ਰਹਿ. So the one who is called a sevak, who stays in the grah, in the house of the Guru, Gur ki agya man meh sahay. So the first criteria is Gur ki agya, man meh sahay, to accept the agya, to accept the hukam of Vaheguru, of Guru. Now this is the first criteria, but is the most difficult one. Because to be able to accept hukam of Paramatma, it means that meri mat thori ram. ਤੂੰ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਵੱਡਾ, ਮੇਰੀ ਮਤ ਤੋਰੀ ਰਾਮ. That's why ਅਸੀਂ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣਾ itself is not just a ritualistic practice. We ਆ ਗਏ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ ਲੈ, touch and go service and go. You know, we have Malaysia ਚ touch and go. Here don't have touch and go, toll service. And I just take and no, you walk off. No. ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣਾ, it means that ਮੇਰੀ ਮਤ ਤੋਰੀ ਰਾਮ, ਤੂੰ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਵੱਡਾ. So ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕੀ ਆਗਿਆ means to accept hukam of Vaheguru, means Tera kiya mitha lage. Whatever you do, whatever you tell me to do, wherever you put me, I accept it. Whatever you say, I accept it. Number 2. Aapas ko kar kachna janawe. Aapas ko means myself. Kar kachna janawe. I do not boast about myself कि मैं सेवा करदा या जा ए मेरी सेवा या जा मेरे करके सेवा नहीं होनी. Without me, this seva or this duty cannot be fulfilled. आपस को कर कचना जनाए. So do not boast about themselves. हर हर नाम हृदय सदत्यावै. So you see, the criteria when doing seva is not गल्लां बातां. Macha, how are you? How was it yesterday? Okay, tired. You know this thing happened. That is not when you're doing seva. That's why it's very different when we say that we're doing seva, but at the same time we're doing all these worldly things. We are already diluting seva ourselves. So the criteria is when you're doing seva, remember the other two aspects, sangat and simran. You do seva in sangat because either you do it alone, but you do with a group of people. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋਗੀ, ਕਾਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋਗੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੋਗੀ. ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ, but what do you do while you're with the sangat and doing seva with your body, with your hands, with your legs? So what does your mouth or your mind does? har har naam hriday sad tyavai. So as you're doing seva, the criteria is you must have naam in your hriday. Naam, Parmeshwar's name, Vaheguru mantra. Vaheguru Gur mantra hai jab ho main khoi. So it's very difficult, especially when you're doing Chaur Sahib Seva of Guru Sahib. Why? Because you are literally in the center of the darbar, right next to the king of the darbar, of the world, and you do not know what to do with your eyes, your ears, and your mouth. So I faced this when I started doing Chaur Sahib Seva. I'll be like, okay, my hands are doing Seva, I'm standing. But what do I do with my eyes? Do I look at people coming matha taking, or do I see who's sitting there and judging, gallan karde a, phone de na khede a? What do I do with my eyes? You know? And what do I do with my mouth? Like, what do I do? So the trick is then, ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੇ, ਕੰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਜਸ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਜਸ ਕਰਨਾ, ਗਾਇਨ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸੋ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਨਾਮ ਹਿਰਦੈ ਸਦ ਧਿਆਵੈ। ਸੋ fourth, the third criteria. So first one is to accept hukam of the Guru. Second one, not to be proud of the seva you're doing or boast about it. Third one is while you're doing the seva, to do Guru Mantar Jap, meditation constantly. Can be Mool Mantar Jap, Guru Mantar Jap, anything, Chopi Sahib Jap. There's this Penji that I used to do Rotiyan Seva with in my hometown. And her mom used to go, and I'll be like, ki kari jandi ya? You know, you're not supposed to be like, mumbling, thukka thukka dig janda. And I asked her, and she said, hattan naal tusi seva karde, muh de naal ki karde? How to avoid yourself from having a conversation, faltu conversation, is you start doing jap with your mouth. So, mukh de naal tusi jap karde, but because you're listening to your own jap, your ears are listening to it, and your mind is also remembering it as well. Number 4, मन बेचै सतगुर के पास, तिस सेवक के कारज रास, मन बेचै. Okay, let me ask you a question now. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਆ? ਹੁਣ this is a test for all of you. There's movement happening in the darbar, है ना? So a lot of distraction. Okay, so this is where Guru Sahib speaks about man. Actually, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, if we look at philosophy, Guru Sahib really helps us to control our mind. Now, how are you going to help yourself to avoid the distraction that's happening in the background right now? There's a lot of movement and so on. So the mind will tell you, look at what's happening. Look at the commotion happening, the movement happening. Focus on that. That's interesting. But are you the mind? Are you the mind? Are you the mind, Sangarji? Are you this body? Okay, we need to learn this a bit, okay? So when I ask you, who are you, Penji? Who are you, Virji? And you tell me your name, but that is connected to your physical existence, this body. So are you this body? Yes? No? No. Because this body, when we die, this body is going to go to where it comes from. So maybe next Janam you will take another identity, another body. So you're not this body. So are you your mind? No, because the mind's job is to distract you from finding your purpose of life, which is Paramatma naal ekmik hona. The battle in this world, Gurbani says, Mamma mansyo kaaj hai, man sadhe siddh hoye. Man hi mansyo kahe kabira, mansa milya na koi. There is nothing like the mind in this world. The greatest tool we have as a human is our mind. The greatest tool that we have. Because man hi mansyo kahe kabira, you can control your mind so well that you can actually make it do whatever you want it to do. You can actually attract a lot of things if you can just control your mind and tell yourself, this is what I want. I can get it done. So there's something in the Western philosophy called the law of attraction. It's very interesting because we look at the Western world and say, wow, they are so amazing. They've come with all this theory, there's law of attraction and mindfulness and positivity and so on. But we forget that 550 years ago, Guru Nanak Ji has given us these tools already. There's law of attraction right there. So Guru Sahib says, Man beche Satgur ke paas. Now, because we have this great tool, it's so difficult for us to give our identity because the mind is the one that tells us, hey, you are Gurpreet Kaur, you are Pracharak of basics of Sikhi, come on, you are something. You know, you wear this bana, this karpan, you have an identity. That's you. Your mind will tell you all these sorts of things. So even when you're doing seva, your mind will tell you all sorts of things. Sila, nobody's doing seva like me. See, I'm trying to do this seva and people are not supporting me. People are not helping me or they're not listening to me. Nobody else is doing this seva. The mind will talk and say all these kind of things. So what that does is then that helps to increase your ego, your pride. So Guru Sahib says, Man beche Satgur ke paas. Now how do you give your mind? How do you sell your mind to the Guru? It's interesting. Man beche, you're selling something to the Guru. When you sell something to a Guru, means Guru is going to give you something in return, right? If you sell something, tonu paise milte hai. So now when you sell your mind to the Guru, what will the Guru give you? This is sevak ke karajas. You give your mind to the Guru, Guru Sahib says, let's make this deal. तो मैंने अपना मन दे दे. When you give your mind, literally you're giving your whole identity, your ego consciousness to the Guru and saying, I am nobody. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਮੈਥੋਂ ਕਰਾ ਲਓ, ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਓ. I remember this sakhi, and I always tell you wherever I go because we have experienced it. And I was supposed to go to Indonesia, and we had all this, our slides prepared kitte hoye and everything. Everything's tip-top ready and in my laptop, in my hard disk, and I'm ready to go to Indonesia. 2 days before, my hard disk crashed, and I lost everything. And, once you have prepared, it's not like we have this computer mind, we can remember everything. I went to the digital mall, and I said, look, I need to get this fixed. Oh, 3 दिन लगणगे. मेरे को 3 दिन है नहीं, 2 दिन ही है भाई. 10 मैनू, what can I do? And it was almost at night. He said, you want to leave it to me? I can give it to you after 3 days. If not, I can't help you. So I went back home, and I spoke to Maharaj. I was a bit upset, and I said, look, Guru Sahib, you are sending me for prachar. If I don't have anything, I'm just going to sit down there and be quiet. Meri nahi bezati honi, teri bezati honi hai. Because you put me there. So you decide what you want me to do. I'm not going to do anything. I don't know what to do already. The next day, I went. Of course, I apologized. Guru Sahib, Sache Pacha, I spoke to you like that. Sorry la, but please help me. Come on. I went back to the mall, and I went back to the shop, and I said, check this one more time again, please. Our desktop te connect karta, utte connect karta, aise Sache Pacha madad kar do. And she says, okay, I can see all the files. So she managed to see all the files in the hard disk, and immediately she copy-pasted whatever. I told her, Baki de chhad de, pictures and video, whatnot, I just need these documents. And she copy-pasted, and she helped me to retrieve all my documents and so on. And it happened in 20 minutes. So, man beche Satgur ke paas, tis sevak ke karj ras. Je main कहती हूँ ना हायो हूँ मैं की कर मैं उठे बैठ के फिर prepare करा, and I'm like upset and annoyed and all of these things. Maybe things would have worked out differently. It would have not worked out in my favor. But because you have given up everything to the Guru and said, either you want to do it or you don't want to do it, I can't do anything about it. Even Bhagat Namdev Ji as well, same Sakhi. Bhagat Namdev Ji, look, I'm trying to tell you how to have a relationship with Guru Sahib, especially when you're doing Sangat and Seva. Bhagat Namdev Ji goes to Mandir, and we know that Bhagat Namdev Ji is from a low caste. Back in the days, they believe in caste system and all, Hana. And Bhagat Namdev Ji goes to the Mandir, which is, you can still find when you go to Hazur Sahib in Andher, that Mandir is the only Mandir which is in the opposite direction. They follow their Vastu Shastra and all of that. And Bhagat Namdev Ji goes to the Mandir and says, "Main bhakti karni, I want to, do puja." And the Pandits, who were Brahmins, they didn't allow Bhagat Namdev Ji. And Bhagat Namdev Ji was kicked out, and he went to the back of Dehora. So Bhagat Namdev Ji speaks about this in their Bani, and he says, "E Pandiyan moko tet kahat hai, teri paj pichaundi hoela." That this Pandit, who calls me tet, calls me low caste and dirty and sudar and so on, teri paj pichaundi hoela. Actually, they are not saying anything to me. They are pointing finger at you. Teri paj pichaundi. They are pointing finger at you, Paramatma. So indirectly telling Guru Sahib ki I am nothing. If you are making this happen to me, it's not about me, it's about you. How are you going to take care of my honor? So man beche Satgur ke paas, when you have given your identity and everything to Guru ke Sache Pacha, if I'm doing this seva, or if I'm taking part in this samagam, it's you who's making me do it. It's nobody else. This is sevak ke karaj. Then the karaj that I'm doing or I'm attempting to do will become raz, will become successful. The next criteria. Seva kart hoye nehkami, tisko hot prapat swami. Seva kart. As you're doing seva, nehkam. To asi kehne nishkam seva. Nehkam. Kam da matlab kiya. One of the art of calm, apart from lust, is desire. So in the later part of the presentation, we will speak about problems or struggles we face when we are actually doing seva. So one of it is, jod assi seva karde ha, subtly or directly, we might have a certain desire in our mind. We have to accept that. Hai na? But Guru Sahib says, Seva kart hoye nehkami. If you do something without any desire and without any expectation, so the root cause of dukkha is having expectation. And we have expectations when we are attached to something. Parents are attached to the child and we have expectation the child must turn out to be like this. Doesn't meet expectation, we get upset, we get annoyed. Same thing when it comes to seva as well. So seva kart hoye nehkami, tisko hot prapat swami. So basically, when you do something without having any desire, what do you get in return? Guru Sahib says, you have no desire. I'm going to give you something that you have never even thought of. That is Prapata Swami. That you're going to become one with Swami, with who? With Vaheguru. So basically, Guru Sahib is saying, have no desire within your mind. At the end of the day, you get the greatest gift, which is becoming one with Vaheguru, which is our aim of life. Anyone here wishes to come back next janam? Got any thought, this life, useless, have to be born again? No, right? Nobody wants to come back. Because we know how much dukkha we go through in this life. It's not easy to be born and then, birthday ho, fir study karo, la college jao, kam labo, kharcha karo. Who wants to go through all of this? Not easy, right? So Guru Sahib says the aim of human life is to become one with Vaheguru. And this is the time that we can do it. So, the last one, apni kripa jis aap kare, nanak so sevak gur ki mat le. You see, this tops it all. Who can do seva? Only the one that Guru Sahib has does kirpa on. So, tusi sare itthe baithe hai na sangat ji. I na socho, don't think that you were forced to come here or you had peer pressure. Yo, Virji say I must do, I'm stuck already. If I don't do, nobody's going to be my friend. Everybody's going to say, you never come for the smargam, right? No. The reason you're here is because apni kirpa jis aap kare. Guru Sahib has done kirpa on you. When we go on a concert, have you been to concerts before? I've never been. I've been actually. Guru Granth Sahib Ji's concert here. So basically, when you go to concerts and you are interested in this artist or superstar and you know that this person is coming to Singapore and you're a big fan of this person, what do? You buy tickets. Do you buy tickets like all the way at the far? Like at the end, right at the end? No. You try to affordability. Of course, you try to buy tickets as near as you can to the artist, to the stage. So somehow, you have this expectation or this itcha in your mind that maybe that artist will look at me or maybe will throw his sweaty or her sweaty, pants or shawl or whatever or ernika or what to me and I can bring it home and I'll just, it's a memory for me. Even just waves at me. You want that artist to somehow acknowledge that you were there. Same thing for Guru Sahib as well. We are in a crowd in this world where we are fighting for the attention of Guru Sahib. So we want that kripa drishti, Guru Sahib's nadar, where we're like, hey Guruji, look at me, please, please. And Guru Sahib says, when Guru Sahib nadar bakshidan deya, when Guru Sahib looks at you and their nadar is on you, you only have kirpa and kirpa and kirpa, that's all. Guru Sahib only gives you kirpa. The question is, how willing are you to come under that radar of Guru Sahib's nadar? Which means that you have to make some kind of effort. So doing seva is one of those efforts that you make to come under Guru Sahib's radar of nadar kripa drishti. So when we talk about seva, every Guru Sahib in our itihas, they have a certain principle or certain value that we can take from. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they taught us about pakhanda khandan karni, means to destroy pakhanda, ritualistic practice that we think will help us, or ego and pride and so on. Guru Angad Dev Ji is the embodiment of love. If you want to learn about how to love Guru Sahib, or you want to learn about Bairag, you should read the Itihas of Guru Angad Dev Ji. Walk the steps that Guru Angad Dev Ji walked in loving Guru Nanak Dev Ji immensely. If you want to learn about seva, you have to learn from Guru Amar Das Ji. Guru Amar Das Ji, at the age of 72 years old, served Guru Angad Dev Ji, who were their kodam, means their, in-laws, and were younger to them in so many years, much younger to them, still did their seva. And Guru Amar Das Ji's Pankti, where Guru Amar Das Ji says, कि if you do seva of Sadhguru Ji, that you only get kirpa from there. I can't remember that pankti. I had it in my mind just now, but I can't remember it. But anyways, Guru Sahib, in Gurbani, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, if you look at the philosophy of Guru Sahib's Bani, Guru Angad Dev Ji speaks a lot about love and bairag and detachment from the Guru. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji left this world, Guru Angad Dev Ji went, they said, कि जिस प्यारे स्यो नेहो तिस आगे मर चलिए त्रिग जीवन संसार ताके पाछे जीवना. This was the kind of love Guru Angad Dev Ji had for Guru Nanak Dev Ji. जिस प्यारे स्यो नेहो तिस आगे मर चलिए. Literally give yourself to the one you love so much. And Guru Amar Das Ji always speaks about sevak and always speaks about how to do seva of the Guru. They served for 12 years and every year they would get the star bandi, means they will get sirupa, and Guru Amar Das Ji would tie on their head as a sign of gift from Guru Angad Dev Ji. You know how Guru Amar Das Ji used to do seva? Guru Amar Das Ji would walk behind Guru Angad Dev Ji, and as they were walking, ek din ki hoya, Guru Amar Das Ji ra hath, just one arm, as they are walking, you know, your arm swing, went ahead of Guru Angad Dev Ji. Guru Angad Dev Ji de samne chala gaya. The whole day Guru Amar Das Ji was like toking his hand, was scolding his hand, how dare you go ahead in front of Guru Angad Dev Ji. That whole, he never used that hand. Itihas says Guru Amar Das Ji refused to use that hand to do anything. It was basically punishment. How can you go ahead of this, of my Guru? And until Guru Angad Dev Ji found out about it, and Guru Angad Dev Ji says, you can't do that. I know you have a lot of respect for me, but you can't torture yourself like that. Guru Amar Das Ji at such a bird age would go to the river, 12 kilometers walking, get the pani for Guru Angad Dev Ji's Ishnan and come back. Not walking forward, backwards. Come back walking backwards. Be my Guru Sahib nu pichwad nahi dikhani. I don't want to show my back to the Guru. And they would do Ishnan Seva of Guru Angad Dev Ji, someone who's younger to them. So this teaches us a lot of things. Now when it comes to Seva, there's no such thing as age, family background, man, woman, no such thing. At that point of Seva, you are just a Sevak and you have no identity. You cannot be like, how can you say that to me? You don't know me? I'm the committee member, I've donated $100,000 to this Gurdwara. No. At this point of time, you're just a Sevak. You can be not well-to-do, you can be very well-to-do, but you are the same identity. So now the question is, why Seva? Why must we do Seva? Why Guru Nanak Dev Ji has emphasized so much on Seva? So number one is to instill humility, to destroy our ego, our pride. Kyun jadon ਅਸੀਂ सेवा ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, it tells us, you know, a lot of people from many different backgrounds will come and challenge you and will show you, or they will treat you different ways when you're doing seva. At that point of time, you will go through a lot of mental challenges. People will say harsh things to you. People will say, "Ai karida hunda, tenu pata nahi, chajj nahi tenu." So at that point of time, how are you going to react or respond to it really shows how do you take seva. If you say, "Maini karna, I'm just going to give it up," and so on, then that shows that you have not actually man beche Satgur ke paas. Because once you have given up your mind, then you have no thinking ability that why this person said this to me, or how can this person behave like this towards me. When you're doing seva, you have to have the drishti of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, after the whole commotion where Priti Chandas tried to take the Gurgaddi, tried to take the Takhat in Amritsar, Baba Buddha Ji and Pai Gurdas Ji, they had to go outside of Amritsar city to tell the Sangat ke Sangat Ji, the next Guru, the Panjve Paatshah is Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, not Priti Chand. That much of seva. Baba Buddha Ji sat a bird age, soti fad ke they used to go and do this parchar. Now, Sangat from Agra came and they want to do darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, but they have never seen Guru Arjan Dev Ji before, only heard about them. So, oh, torde andane, raste de vich they meet a couple, and that couple says, "We are also coming to have darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Let's join, let's get together. Can we join your group?" They say, "Haan, aajo, naal aajo." The whole night they did their seva. That couple did the seva of the Sangat, you know, jal pani shakona, massage karoni, you know, set up the place to sleep, khana and so on. When they reached Amritsar Shahar, the jathedar of the whole jatha was asking who would stand here or stay here and do guard seva of the jode. Because that time there was no joda kara or, shelves and so on. So someone had to stand guard duty to take care of the jode. Nobody wanted to do jode and the seva. Nobody wanted to do that seva of being guard of the jode. Then this couple, they said, we will do it. तुसी अंदर जाओ, असी इत्थे खड़ के सेवा करते हैं. They go into the darbar and they see कि तख्त ते महाराज है नहीं, बिराजमान नहीं. And they ask Baba Buddha Ji, that where is Guru Sahib? We came all the way to have Guruji's darshan and he's not sitting here. And Baba Buddha Ji says, have you not met Guruji on your way here? He says, nahi. He says, jathe cha aaya and we have never met Guruji. And Baba Buddha Ji says, let's go out and find Guru Sahib. And where do they find Guruji? At the same Joda place, doing seva of the Jodi of the Jatha. And Baba Buddha Ji goes and speaks to Guru Sahib. He says, Sache Pacha, tusi itthe ki kar rahe hain? What are you doing here? The Sangat have come to have your darshan. Tusi andar jao. Kehne, nahi, Baba Ji, this was what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says. Kehne, Baba Buddha Ji, can you see this Joda I have in my hand? And Baba Ji says, haan ji, Maharaj, ki hai na dacha? Ki tusi ki dekh rahe hain? And he says, this looks like the Joda of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. So, and he's doing seva of that Joda with the mindset that this Joda could belong to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. When we do seva of the Sangat, whatever form, we must have the drishti in our mind that somehow in the Sangat, there is a Brahmgyani sitting, there is a saint sitting, that if I somehow touch their Joda, touch their jutta panda, their kappa, or even touch their feet, or even serve them dega, somehow my life will change as well. Because that's what Brahmgyani in Sukhmani Sahib as well, Maharaj says that Brahmgyani aap Parmeshwar. That there's no difference between Brahmgyani, Santa and Paramatma. They are the same. So imagine if you do seva of Sangat in such a way, having drishti in your mind, that I'm not doing seva of Falana, Palvinder Singh, Melvinder Kaur, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਦੇਗ ਦੇਣੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਧੋਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਉਣਾ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ no ਕਿ somehow there's a Brahmgyani sitting here that if I somehow get to touch them or do their seva, their ਭਾਂਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ seva, my life will completely change. Seva is one aspect of Sikhi principle that helps us to destroy our Mare Karam. Now when we come into this world, have you ever questioned or asked yourself, why is my life like this? Why am I born in certain way? Why is my life circumstances in certain way? Why do I go through dukkha like this? Other people who have not done bhakti, they are going through, so much of happiness. And that's because of our karam. Karam philosophy is very easy to understand. Think of it as you're going on a holiday, okay? And you have a wardrobe at home, you have your kapde and so on at home, correct? Now you're going for a holiday and you're deciding what to bring with you, what kapde to bring with you. So you put in a few t-shirts, a few pants and kashere and whatnot, To see apna backpack kar liya. And you only have 20 kg allowance, okay? Asia, very bad. Anyways, 20 kg allowance only, okay? You want more means you have to pay more money lah, but we cannot afford that. So you put in your luggage bag and all, okay lah, 19 kg already, nemala. And you go for your holiday. You go for your holiday, you go to the holiday destination and you end up doing shopping. और कपड़े ले ले, और जुत्तियाँ ले ले, और बस ले ही जाओ, खरीदी जाओ, पैसे है गया, खर्ची जाओ. And you realize you have no space in your bag. So somehow you have to leave some old kapde behind. This is what we do when we go to India. I don't know whether this is the same tactic. We bring the old kapde because we know we're going to do a lot of shopping there. Purane suit kapde, we leave the kapde there and we bring back new suit and kapde and juttiyan. Correct or not? Culprit here as well. Same thing with karam. We have a wardrobe, we have a pool of karam and that's called sanchit karam. All our karam from all our past life when we were kide, makode, cockroach, kutta, billi, human, whatever not, all our karam from there, all in one pool. When we are coming into this world, we have a luggage where we bring our karam with us and that's called pralabdha karam. Those karam that we have in our luggage determine what kind of life we are in right now. Which country we are born in, rich family, poor family, healthy, unhealthy, disease, or, man, woman, whatever, not Sikhi, not Sekha. Those karam called the pralabdha karam decides our life. Now, when we come into this world, The only thing that can help to destroy this karam, because as long as we have karam, our cycle of coming and going will continue. We'll have to die, born again, and so on. The only way to destroy this life cycle, that cycle is to destroy our karam. Our bag, our luggage, wardrobe must be empty. Khali, you know. So, the only thing can help to destroy karam is when we do simran. What happens when we do seva is we start collecting good karams. Okay? And karam is not such a thing that aja to see papa kar liya, you go and murder someone, and you go to Gurdwara and do Vaiguru. Okay lah, kautim already lah, you know, settle. Killing someone and doing simran, settle, no such thing. You murdered someone, you have to pay for that karam. You did simran for 1 hour, you will enjoy the fruit of that simran as well. So that's how karam works. So when we come into this world, remember, buying new kapde, we also create new karam, and that's called kiriman karam. So we are creating new karam when we speak to people, the way we treat people, what we do in this life. Do we do simran? Do we do seva? Are we sekha or not? Have we taken amrit or not? That determines our new karam and not. So what can destroy our karam? And that's only seva, simran, sangat. That's it. Gur ka shabad kate kot karam. And the first karam that gets destroyed is the pool of karam. Your sanchit karam, the whole karam from your past lives and everything, those karam gets destroyed first. So can you imagine? You have no karam left to go back to already. Then the second karam that gets destroyed is your paralabdh karam. So now the question comes, how come I go through so much of dukkha? I've never done anything bad to anyone before. You know, मैं सिख हाँ, गुरुद्वारे आंदी हाँ, आंदा हाँ, भक्ति करदा हाँ. And that's because when you do seva and simran, what happens is, Guru Sahib, the karam that you have to go through, which is so huge and heavy, when you do seva and simran, Guru Sahib condenses that karam into one small, maybe a major dukkha, but it's pop, and it just destroys your this much karam. An example could be, maybe for example, a car accident. Okay? Have you heard instances? How did you survive? Your car is crashed. That is an example of your bhakti paying off, where your karam is completely destroyed and you only get a scratch out of it. Sometimes you go through a very heavy illness, for example, like cancer, maybe some surgery or not, but your karam is all condensed into one and it gets destroyed. And that's good. So when you look at dukkha is one way where your karam gets destroyed. So when someone don't go through dukkha, something is wrong in their life. Means Maharaj has no kirpa drishti and their karam is just adding on, and nothing is helping to destroy those karam. So you must be happy when you go through dukkha, because why? That's one way Guru Sahib destroying your karam. Okay? So now the question is it easy to do seva? Gurbani says, Satgur ki seva gakhdi, sir dije aap gawai. I'm going to be very honest, it's not easy. Not easy. Not because physically it's not easy, but because mentally it's very challenging. Physically can be easy, where you're doing something, mindless activity. Mindless activity is very easy. Netflix, day, phone, scroll up, TikTok, Instagram. It's mindless, right? Easy activity. Seva can also be like that. Kari ja bas, you know, but your mind is elsewhere. It's not connected. So the difficult part is when your mind is connected to the seva. Satgur ki seva gakhdi. Sir dije aap gawai. You have to let go of yourself when you do seva. Some examples is by Manjaji. If you want to look at how to do seva, you have to look at itihas. There are 3 aspects when you think about Sikhi. You must have Gurbani as backup. You must have history, which is example. And you must have practical advice that helps you in this practical life. That's your action. Theory, theory, example, and your practice. Okay? So, example is Pai Manjaji. Pai Manjaji, he used to do, he was a pujari of those who Madiyanu Pujde Hunde Sige. And he heard of Guru Arjan Dev Ji and decided he wanted to become a Sikh. You see, to become a Sikh is not easy. Now we call ourselves a Sikh because we think that is our birthright. Sikh is not a birthright. You have to earn to be called a Sikh. On top of that, to be called a Sevak. So Pai Manjaji decides that, you know what, main Guru ka Sikh banna hai. How do I become a Sikh of the Guru? Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, theek ya, you want to become a Sikh of the Guru? First thing is you have to leave this Madiyan di puja, you have to leave that. You cannot do those kind of puja because Sikhi does not believe in all of that. ठीक है? But he gets so much of backlash from the Pind wale. Imagine your own community people, backlash, beating you up, tarnishing your family honor, and you even have daughters that you have to get them married off. Pai Manjaji had daughter that he had to get her married. No one would speak to them. They were basically outcasts in the Pind. Yet he accepted it. Pana mannaya. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, he was just waiting, okay, what do I do now? Guru Arjan Dev Ji darbar to ek Sikh aaya hukamnama leke. And he was very happy that there was a letter from Guru Arjan Dev Ji, but he had to pay a price for it. Sevadar kende, if you want this hukamnama, you have to pay a price. That's what Guru Arjan Dev Ji said. What do you need? Kenda paise de do. You have to give silver coins. Ovi dete. And he wasn't well to do. Second time a hukamnama came from Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Again, you have to give something in return. Pai Manjaji had to sell his wife's jewelries to get money, gold coins to pay off the Sevadar to get the hukamnama, the chitti from Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Third time, again the Sevadar came. And this time, they asked for gold coins and he had nothing else to sell off. What he did was, enane apni thi got the daughter married to the son of the village head son. The village head son, he got her daughter married to him. And Dahej de vich, that time Dahej de hunde sige, he got some gold coins, gave that to the Sevadar and got the hukamnama. In the hukamnama, Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, now you come to Amritsar Sahib and do seva in the Sangat. Pai Manjaji comes and he's so happy. And he does seva, but he used to eat in the langar. So, see, we karde hain, you know. And it's not to say we cannot do it. But we think that it's our birthright. So he ate in the langar and he used to do seva and so on. Ekkadan Sevadar came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and complained, Ki Sache Pacha, this Sevadar of yours, he does seva in the langar, but he eats the same langar. He's not doing kirt kamai. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj calls Pai Manjaji and says, Aj to baad tu langar chani shakana. Now imagine if someone is to tell you that you cannot have langar in the same Gurdwara you're doing seva in. What would be the first thing we do? Mani Gurdwara auna. Correct or not? What has taken over at that point? Our mind, our ego. How can you say that to me? I'm doing seva. But Pai Manjaji said, Sat Bachan Maharaj. Gur ki agya man mein sahay. Sat Bachan keh ke, Pai Manjaji started doing his kirt kamai. How? He used to bring lakda for the langar, but he used to now cut extra lakda, which he used to go and sell into the town. Whatever money he had, he would cook his langar pani, prashada shakuga with that money only. He would never eat in the langar. And one day what happens, we know that Sakhi, that he goes into the jungle to find lakda, but it started raining heavily that he falls into a well. But this is now Karja Ras March Kardeya. He started doing ardas in his mind. And in his ardas, his thoughts were, please somebody come and save me. Look at how much trouble I am. Is this what I deserve after doing so much of seva? That I fall in a well and I'm alone and it's raining? No, Pai Manjaji didn't think of that. But we would have thought of that. So much of trouble I'm going through just because of doing seva. I don't want to do this. But Pai Manjaji thought, ki somebody quickly come and save this lakada, because without this lakada, langar nahi ban sakda. He wasn't thinking about himself. So, putting yourself not in front, behind. Ki metto bina bhi seva hogi. And at that point, when Pai Manjaji did ardas, Guru Arjan Dev Ji was sitting in the darbar, barefooted, chappala bhi nahi panya. Guru Arjan Dev Ji ran towards the direction of Pai Manjaji, and behind the Sangat Baba Buddha Ji, Pai Gurdas Ji Sikh sochde ne, why is Guru Sahib running? Oh, he piche bhajan lag pe. In the rain, then Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, he tells the Sikh, bring a rope and come from the darbar. Rassi leke aao tuade naal. And they're running and they reach to the place where Pai Manjaji was. They brought Pai Manjaji out, but Pai Manjaji says, pera lakda nu chakko pehla tusi. When Pai Sahib comes out, the first thing they do is Marine onanu galvakdi vich liya to hug Pai Manjaji. Manj Guru ka boheta, jag langan hara. That Pai Manjaji is Guru's bohet, Guru's boat. That those who follow the footsteps of Pai Manjaji, jag langan hara, they will be par, they will go through this jagat, this worldly ocean. So if we want to do seva, we have to not look at this world because ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ battle ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. Have to look at examples from our history. Bhai Nandalal ji, he was from a very prestigious family. And he was serving in the court of Aurangzeb, which is not a small thing, you know. If you're serving in the court of Aurangzeb, you have a high status. But because he was not happy how Aurangzeb was treating him, asking him to become a Muslim, he decided that he wanted to go and serve in the darbar of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. But even then, when he went in with the idea that I'm a poet, my kala is I write poetry, I do ustad of the darbar, I do ustad of the Guru. That's what I can do. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji did not want that. Oni chaida siga. They don't want you to showcase your kala and so on. Haan, theek hai, tode kole hai gaya. But Guru Sahib tells to Bhai Nandalal ji, if you want to stay in Anandpur Sahib, you have to start your own langar seva. This is not the seva I want you to do. Dekho. So sometimes we think that we have certain skill sets that we think that, you know, I can only do seva this way. This is the only thing I can do. If I can only do Pandyan seva, or I can only do that. If I can only make rotiyan, this is my skill set. I'm not going to do anything else. But Guru Sahib says, that's not what I want from you. You can be good at making rotiyan, best rotiyan, 100 rotiyan in 1 minute. I don't want that. I want you to do this instead. So again, putting your mindset aside, your identity aside, and accepting what the Guru wants you to do. Bhai Nandalal ji goes back home, sets a small house, and now he starts langar seva from his place. And even then, Guru Gobind Singh tests him. Guru Sahib would, at midnight, Guru Sahib would disguise himself and go out into the village, into the town of Anandpur Sahib. And he used to knock on the house of the Gursikhs and say, ki mainu langar shikao. Some of the Gursikhs, because midnight, Amrit Vela, 1-2 baje, nahi langar pakaya hunda, atta guniya ho, you know, maybe they boil potatoes, but langar's not ready. And he said, nahi langar tiyani ba chao. Until they reached the house of Bhai Nandalal ji. Bhai Nandalal ji says, hanji, andar aao tusi. There's only kacha atta and just like kachi dal, pakki bhi nahi hoi. But I'm going to give you that. Whatever there is, I'll give you. As long as you eat something. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji eats that. And in the morning, Guru Sahib hold a darbar. And in the darbar, Guru Gobind Singh Ji gives man, satkar to Bhai Nandalal ji and says, this is how you should do seva. For something that Bhai Nandalal ji did not intentionally go into Anandpur Sahib for. So when we want to do seva, it should be the intention ki main ahi seva karni hai. It should be ki Maharaj mainu kithe bhi rakhe, main ohi seva karu. Pave mainu pata bhi nahi. Even if I do not know how to do, I'll try my best. Because remember, the can't do, you can become a can do. By seeking inspiration, advice from those around you as well. So now let's go through the challenges that we feel at this point, that you might even go through in this Khalsa week, in this Samagam, because these are real life challenges. So there are personal challenges and community challenges you might go through. Personal challenge, ki you are here to do seva, but it's a barter system, which means you have certain expectation or you want something in return. What it is, only you know and only the Guru knows. Or maybe if you tell someone, I don't know. But anyways, it could be, I want some recognition from it. Bhi mainu koi recognize kare. Or I have this certain obstacle in my life ki Guru Sahib mere karj ras kar dan. You know, if I do this seva, maybe something will come out of it. Second issue, challenge is having expectation in mind ki main je ye seva idda karungi, mainu ye phal miluga. Or if I do this seva, things must be the way I do it. For example, if you are in charge of timing or scheduling, and you know you're very OCD like me, it has to be on time. And if it goes 5 minutes ahead or you know late, that's it. Zzz, and you start scolding everybody, or you show your annoyed face, and you're like, this person lah, never come on time. 5 minutes hor songe sige, never come on time. See, late already. So having expectation in your mind that it must work the way you think it will work. Third is pride. Ki main ye seva kar rahi hu, I'm doing this and without me, hona hi nahi. If I don't come today, it's not going to happen. So I have to show up there. Community challenge is, you have been doing seva for a very long time and you have that urge to see lead karna hai. You want to lead the seva or the group or the jatha into doing, for example, for this samagam. Maybe some people don't want you to become the leader because there would be some pride issue, ego issues going on. So you have the urge to lead, and sometimes when you have the leadership authority, then you want everybody to listen to you. ਫਿਰ ਕੋਈ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ. People will challenge you. People will challenge your authority or will do the opposite of what you say. Managing people. Number 2, conflict. So when you're going to be doing seva, there might be interior conflict with the people that you're serving with. Some people won't agree with you. Some people want to do it their way. And you are hoping that it should be done this way. Then there's also another conflict which is currently happening within our elder community and our younger community is there is no handover happening. So, jere vaddeya buzurga, they're not willing to hand over because they have trust issues. The younger generation like us, we are not maybe willing to take over because too many responsibilities, or we don't see the need of it, or we just maybe do not know how. Or second scenario is they're not willing to let go, but we really want the seva. Or they are willing to let go and hand over, but we are not ready for it. So there is this communication gap happening. Second thing which many of us will go through, sad to say, that if we have no support or we don't get the recognition or people don't follow the way we want things to be done, we feel like we have no support and we just give up. So we end up not coming for the samagam, or we end up not coming to Gurdwara, or we end up breaking up from the friendship, from the jatha, from the community, maybe going to some other Gurdwara, and then we end up bad-mouthing people. So these are the challenges that we feel, that we go through. So now, how can we address these challenges? So when it comes to personal challenges, ki main seva kar rahi haan, must always start with the ardas. So ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ, which is going to start on tomorrow. It's going to start tomorrow. The best thing you need to do is the core sevadars and all the, if you have breakdown, like for example, I just found out there's a car park sevadar, which is very important. We don't want traffic happening in the Gurdwara. Now, some people might think that it's not a big deal. Car park sevadar, why do you need that? But imagine, but this is what's happening in the backstage. So we normally only see the front stage, what's happening, but the front stage cannot happen if the backstage people are not doing anything. If they decide to boycott and run away, bas tohada koi stage hi nahi rehna. So every seva, every minute seva, from the person recording, from the person handling the sound system, from the person doing the chor seva to the langar seva, going and picking people up and doing the car park seva, cleaning seva, every person is important. It's a team effort. So before you start, the whole Sevadar team must come together as a jatha and do ardas in front of Guru Sahib ke Sache Pacha. You have chosen us to do seva for this samagam. You have chosen this samagam to be done at this Gurdwara and this Sevadar. Please give us the himmat, the courage to do this seva. And you must do this ardas ke main nahi prabh sab kich tera. So there's this pankti that I read in the Mangla Charan. कि मैं नहीं कछ हो नहीं किछ आहे न मोरा मैं नहीं be I'm nothing कछ हो नहीं I cannot do anything किछ आहे न मोरा there's nobody who's mine मैं किसे दा नहीं गा I have nobody अवसर लज्जा राख लो सदना जनतोर अवसर now लज्जा राख लो take care of my honor सदना पगत सदना जिसे सदना जनतोरा that I only belong to you so only you can take care of my honor. So that is to help with pride. You must have Gurbani Pankti to help you. Whenever you realize that ego is going to come, somebody says, wow, bahut vadiya singh, kaur, bibbi, Panji, you're doing amazing seva. Very good, keep it up. And you realize that pride is going to kick in immediately. Main ahi prabh sab kich tera. Immediately. That will help. Second thing, if you feel that this seva is not going to happen without me, maybe at that point, physically, you want to step away from it for a while or give that task to somebody else. And then you realize, maybe observe, कि it's also actually happening without me as well. कि मैं पावे ना हो, let's say now I decide not to be, I cannot come for prachar. Does it mean that hona prachar hona nahi? Nahi. Veerji will come forward, somebody else will come forward and fill in my spot. Maybe there'll be kirtan samagam going on. So you must realize that even without me, things can still happen. Seva will still go on. Look at Harmandir Sahib. 100,000 people have langar in a day. Nobody even recognizes the person that Mataji was chilling gande over there. Nobody's going to know, Mataji, to dana. Bhagwan kaur, bahut vadiya. Tode to bina seva honi. Such a minute seva, but if she doesn't shell it, that one ganda is lacking in the dal. So it counts. So now, you're attached to this seva. So what you can do is share your knowledge or take someone under your wing to help learn the seva that you're also doing currently so that they themselves can also then start doing that seva as well. For example, recording seva. Sometimes we lack sevadar in this because we don't know how to manage the sound system. So the Mukh sevadar, for example, now Ranjot Singh, would decide that, okay, you know what, maybe I'll take one Virji or Penji who will also assist me and they can learn at the same time as well. Next Samagam, I might not be here, at least somebody else can take over and do that seva. Okay? Community challenges, you're lacking support. You feel like nobody's supporting you, everybody is just ditching you and, putting you at the side. What can you do? Do an ardas. You're feeling one kind from inside. That should I do it? Is this for me? Do a personal ardas and take a hukum now from Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Ask Guru Sahib, should I proceed with this seva? Should I still do this seva? What is your hukum for me? There is a lot of strength and power in personal hukamnama. You know how, Sangaji? I was in the UK in the Basics Academy. My closest friend, my soul sister, she had a rishta, a proposal for her. And we were just wondering, what do we do? Is it meant for her? Is it just something, academy cha, jo se padde hain, koi rishta? What should we do? We did a personal ardas and hukamnama kama Lavandi Bani. Straight up, Lavandi Bani. There was the moment we were there was 3 of us sitting on Maharaj Tabya. We just want to support each other and see what Maharaj is saying. And Guru Sahib's Anga, when we changed the Anga and it was just that, all 3 of us looked at her in front and we were dumbstruck and we had to read the Shabad. Of course, it was Hukam now, but now they're married, happily married in England. So there's a lot of power in Hukam Nama Sahib. Second thing, one person, I've mentioned this well, one person can bring a lot of change. Think about the snowball effect. So never think that your seva is very small. Never think that no one is looking at your seva. Gurbani says, ek sevak gur paas, ek gur kare laya. So of course, when we do seva, there's this sense of I want certain recognition. But Gurbani says, ek sevak gurpas. There are certain sevadar who are in the forefront. Gurpas means they will recognize these sevadars, like for example, Baba Buddha Ji or Pai Gurdas. They are the forefront people. Everybody knows them. So sometimes they will get a lot of praise as well. Okay? Ek gur kare laya. Then there are certain gursikhs who will be going out there and doing all the small tasks like transport seva, buying Russian seva, gande kaatege gande jaake liao, and people won't even know them. But it doesn't mean that this seva is nothing. It doesn't mean that this seva is not counted for. So every little seva is meaningful. And if you are there, you have been put there by Guru Sahib, it's for a reason. Now, the world might not recognize you, might not give you the recognition, but remember, have you watched Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings, they care to see. Okay, so it's a very nice movie. Of course, when we watch these movies like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, I think, we always come out with these key values from it. Now, there is this Eye of Sauron in if I'm not mistaken, Hobbit, right? Lord of the Rings, okay, thank you. This Eye of Sauron in Lord of the Rings, and this going around and on, and the Hobbit, that those don't want to come under the radar of the Eye of Sauron, be pakar na jaan, hai na? So, but what we want to do is, we must understand, see, the Eye of Sauron is like Guru Sahib's nadar. It's just everywhere. It's seeing the whole army, it's seeing the whole forge, it's seeing everything. Guru Sahib's nadar is like that. You can be hidden right down there in the car park. You think nobody is looking at you. You're not in the darbar and so on. But Guru Sahib's nadar is right there. And recognizing that, hey, you are doing this seva. Without you, things are going to go chaos. So people might not recognize you, but Taramrai jab lekha maage kya mukh leke jayega. You must always think about that. When you're going to give lekha when you leave this world, and Guru Sahib is going to ask you, what have you done? You say, Guruji, this. And all of that is going to count for. Okay? So, lastly, seva is putting yourself behind and putting others in front of you. I nahi sochna bhi mainu ki miluga ithon. The seva, you must think, what is the bigger picture? Now, when you do seva for this Khalsa Week, for this Samagam, what is your aim? Have you thought about it as a community, as a group of sevadar? What is your aim for doing this Samagam? Now, this is something that if as a community, there's a personal goal. What is your seva jatha goal? That ਇਸ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਹੋਪ ਕਿ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ, ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ, ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ, ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ. ਇਫ ਯੂ ਡੋਂਟ ਹੈਵ ਦੈਟ, ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਮਾਈਟ ਬੀ ਐਂਡ ਅਪ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਸੇਵਾ ਏਮਲੈਸਲੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਅ ਹੈਡਲੈਸ ਚਿਕਨ. ਵੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਓ, ਬਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਰੈਪ ਅਪ ਜਾਓ. No, there must be an aim, and that aim must continue every year as you do it. And if you don't see that aim, you don't reach that goal, then you have to do a feedback meeting कि क्यों नहीं होया, कि साडे विच घाट हो गई सी, maybe something was lacking, how do we change things up? You have to communicate within the sevadar, within the jatha to speak about this. So what should be your aim out of this samagam? It should be कि संगत वध तो वध गुरुद्वारे आवे, that they connect to Guru Sahib, and that they learn the importance, the greatness of Vaisakhi, of what Khalsa is, why Guru Sahib created Khalsa, ki ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗਿਆਨ ਆਵੇ. Then how do you know that you have succeeded? Is when you speak to the Sangat. ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੋ. Speak to them and see, how did you find the program? What was good about it? What can be improved? And you must be ready to take feedback as well. Some will say, langar bahut spicy siga. ठीक है, okay, fine, improvise from there. You know, some will say, no space in darbar very hot la. What is this you're all doing? You have to take it. You know how I say, just bite your lip and take it. And that's how you can improve as a group. And in groups, there will be certain hierarchy as well. Someone will lead, someone will advise, someone will support, someone will execute. But there must be this understanding among the jatha as well. But the key here is, सेवा करत होए नहकामी, कि एक कार्य रास उदों ही होगा when you do this seva without any desire in your mind. You know, I want this in return. And if let's say samagam de vich your expectations are not met, are you going to now decide कि on this saal मैं सेवा नहीं करनी, I'm not going to get involved in Khalsa Week? Because you know, this year Khalsa Week was, I faced this problem. So again, it's not about us, it is always about other people. How are they going to gain from this? What are they going to get out of it? And if you see, this is, you know, when I started doing prachar first, I was thinking, inside of me there's this calling कि मैं प्रचार करना है. You know, I've given up my work and everything कि मैं प्रचार करना है, but I just didn't know why. But somehow there's this calling from Guru Sahib, and I'm just accepted it. And I had this booth set up in Tat Khalsa Gurdwara, and there was no one there. It was empty. I had not one person who came to the booth, you know. And of course, as someone who is starting an initiative, what did I feel at that time? I was very down. I was like, no motivation, huh? Koi nahi aaya mere booth pe? Is it even worth doing this? You know, I have all these things set up, and I had this expectation that people will be coming and talking, wow, what are you doing? What is Basic Sikhi? What is this leaflet? And no one turned up. Ek gora siga bichara, but that because he wanted to eat langar. So he just asked me, where is langar hall? But that's it. So this uncle came down from upstairs, and he told me this thing that until now I remember that. And he says that your goal is not to change the whole world. Your goal, ek Sikh's goal is, if someone else is inspired to become Sikh and builds a relationship with the Guru and takes Amrit, and that person becomes Mukta, then you have served your life purpose as a Sikh already. If you can inspire someone else to become greater than you, and that person then inspires 2 more people, it becomes a snowball effect. So your job is just to make sure one person's life change, and that person continues to change other people's life. So you're basically creating this snowball effect. That's all you need to do. So focus on one person that you want to change their life. Suddenly someone from this Khalsa week, that Virji or Penji, that child comes up to you and says, my life is changed. I'm not going to go back to who I was, and I'm going to, from this moment on, मैं गुरु दे लड़ लग जाना या, ते मैं गुरु दा सिख बनना या. But then your samagam has succeeded, even though 100 people will come and say, langar ch noon zyada siga, langar spicy siga, darbar was hot, camera nahi lag gaya, sound nahi changa, but your samagam has succeeded. You see, there will be a lot of distraction, a lot in this samagam. People will come and tell you, no need to do la. But how are you going to stay steadfast? And you're going to say, you know what? करी जाना लोकी टोके कुछ कवे ना कवे, we are going to do it because it makes the Guru happy. So इतनी क सेवा परवान करनी, माँ दी कृपा देना, हुण असी अरदास करना है ना. Let's do अरदास कि सच्चे पातशाह, please bless all of us कि we have the himmat, the courage to do seva. And when we do seva, we have the mindset कि मैं ना ही प्रभ सब किछ तेरा. So पुल्लां चुकां दी खिमा, वाहिगुरू साहब मेहर करन कि समागम चढ़दी कला विच होवे, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.